New this morning, nearly 90 million Americans have one. Do you? Do you have a smart speaker like an Amazon Echo or a Google Nest?
I have two at my house. People love the convenience of using voice commands, but the devices could also be listening when you don't want them to. Yes, we know you may have heard this before, but this is your time to actually listen to what this is about. Consumer IT team reporter Kat Reed has the steps you can take to protect your privacy for real.
Hey Alexa, are you listening? The answer is more than you might think. That's according to researchers from Northeastern University and the Imperial College of London. They recently published a study looking at misactivations of smart speakers. The researchers played 134 hours of Netflix content to see how often smart speakers record audio unexpectedly. It happens when a device thinks it hears a wake word like "Hey Siri." They found all 12 TV shows cause speakers to wake up. For some, misactivations happened almost once an hour. The good news is that most were short, but for some devices, misactivations lasted 10 seconds or more. So what can you do to protect your privacy? Consumer Reports says you can mute your speaker when you're not using it. The steps you need to take depend on which device you have. For an Amazon Echo, you can press the microphone on-off button on top of the device. For an Apple speaker, you can simply say, "Hey Siri, stop listening." Also consider deleting recordings on your device. I'm Consumer I-Team reporter Kat Reed, 41 Action News Today.
So that study also turned up some promising evidence that Amazon's smart speakers learned from their mistakes and did not activate a second time when they heard that same phrase, like, for instance, the word seriously or Siri. But
Taylor, we've gone through, because we've looked at your app where you can look at all the things, and it recorded some things you didn't know it did.
Most people, if you're not familiar, you can get the Amazon Alexa app to pair with your phone, so you can make lists, grocery lists, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And you can go back and listen to all your recordings, and I encourage you to do that if you never have before, because you'll then understand how often it's listening to you. Lots of my kids' voices, lots of my wife whenever she's not talking to it.
That doesn't freak you out?
No comment. Shively has been on this for as long as I've known her, so this is a particular crusade of Lindsay Shively. She tells everyone she knows, listen, be aware of this, and it's good information. If you don't want to be listened to, you'd be aware of this kind of stuff.
We don't have any.
Yeah.